We return to the void. Oh, there we go.
Truly the darkest of clouds.
Oh man, we got backup saves now.
Yeah.
Now finally hitting the big time, boys.
Yeah, 22 hours. Christ.
To be fair, not all of that was on film.
Yeah, no, that's why there's only
There's only like
30 something
hours.
episodes instead of 44.
We're happy to have you along for our suffering, Internet, so you can commiserate once we are finally free from this dark, dark hell and cloud. It's really hard
Once
to
we
see.
are free from the darkest of clouds. Alright, we started going down the moon path because we had defeated the other path.
We got stuck on the other path.
You gonna go back to the train?
We're thinking about it. Aw, welcome to Rockbird.
Condor, we don't want to fight. We want to ask you something.
I don't know why it assumes we want to fight, and why we know
Oh,
that it can
that's not
talk.
the voice I expected that character to have at all.
There's so many parts about this that are just like steps that I'm uncertain about. Like, this is the thing that's been carrying us around all this time, by the way.
Haven't heard of it.
Is it? Wow, okay. I never noticed what its head looked like.
Oh, that's because we never got a good look at it.
Also, does it have some, like, wicked cordyceps happening?
I've got enough to worry about.
No, no, no. It's got just a rock stuck on its head.
Okay.
Will you? Some weird
Ah,
old
a deadly borb.
something is up above my home.
That's not a
My
orb,
dad
that's a
sits inside.
circle.
I'd like to give my sweet children
I don't know.
Just
I
like
think
time.
I think it's rounded from all
I don't think
directions,
that-
and therefore...
Looks like a
If
time
it doesn't
distortion.
have a third dimension, it's not an
I guess
orb,
time is
Max.
starting to be affected in this
But
area,
it does.
too.
If you turn to either side, it'll also look the same. It's not flat.
That's right. When Griffin
Time is a flat
disturbed the
circle,
flow of
Max.
time, it started to warp and become strained in places. Those places are time distortions. There are already lots of time distortions in my era, but it looks like they've started happening in this time too.
Oops.
Maybe I should have figured it would have happened in the past.
Whenever
Since he
there's a
erased
time
everything.
distortion, there's always a fragment that falls out somewhere nearby.
You know, maybe when things got really
If
bad
you
in the
hit that
future,
fragment
it might have
into the
happened in the
distortion,
past, huh?
You can make the distortion go away.
Because the past is the further past's future.
You can get rid of it? Well, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, this is really not the voice this character should have.
Thingy when you're done.
Why? You don't think a giant condor could be a old lady?
Okay, Monica, let's get rid of it.
She
what-
doesn't
what
sound
happens-
old
Not
enough.
that easy.
No, she's just doting. Do you have a problem with the condor actually giving a shit about the world? God, Matt, so callous.
She just looks like way too grizzled for how her voice is.
She's lived a hard life out in the wilderness. It's not your place to judge.
There it is.
You don't
I'll
know what
judge
she's
everything.
had. You don't know
I'll
what
judge
she's had to
you.
do
You
to
can live a hard
survive.
life and still sound like
This
you
is
want
a
to give
time
people
distortion fragment.
fresh
It's also called a
lemonade.
sphere. Be careful. You can't touch it with your bare hands.
The
Yeah,
radiant,
you can only kick it around.
a radiant burning orb.
It's not too
Oh,
complicated. but
fucking
it's hard
right.
to get
I
into
remember
the
seeing
distortion.
this.
Welcome to the anti-borb.
We need some kind of long stick to hit the sphere with.
I really thought that. So when they zoomed in on this, I thought it was going to be a soccer ball.
Yeah, maybe there's some sort of stick
no,
handy.
we're playing a
and
different sport to get this ball in the hole.
maybe we could play lacrosse or something.
Yeah, no, I just realized the configuration of this place with that sand trap and the mounds.
What are you talking about? That's not a trap. That's just a regular old pit that occurs in nature. Come on, Matt.
Yeah, a meteor hit there.
Yeah, and cause some time borbs.
Yeah, as Final Fantasy has taught me, meteors are part of time.
Exactly. Thank you. Someone understands science.
Also, apparently, time vortex is not an idea we can learn.
That ain't fair.
Matt, it renders our mind apart to stare upon it for too long, so I don't think we want a photo of it.
You telling me we can't invent anything with time vortex?
Geez, I wonder if I could become my own mother.
Ah, the handy stick.
Step off, stick.
Max, you're gonna need
Top
to
of
eat
the
a
field.
lot more carrots if you want to be your own mother.
I know why you say that, and I'm very glad. That's gonna sound like you're just fucking crazy to most people, but
I think we mentioned it earlier in the series,
we
what
might
carrots
have
do.
offhand, but we'll see.
Okay, let's
We
try
might have.
it.
There's been a lot of episodes.
Okay, listen up. You hit the sphere with a stick and send it flying. That's called taking a shot. Make a good shot and you'll get the sphere into the distortion. But there's one thing you've got to remember. When you hit the time distortion fragment, also called the sphere, against something, it changes
Also
color
called
from
the
blue to
sphere.
red back to
Excuse
blue,
me,
like that.
Monica, I'm sorry to interrupt your
If the
very,
distortion
very
is blue,
accurate
you can
assessment
only
of
wipe
all
it
of
out
this,
with
but
the red sphere.
you're wrong. The technical
When
term
the
is
sphere and the distortion are the
orb.
same color, they repel each other and it won't work.
A sphere is just a very...
So if your sphere is
It's
the
a sub-
same color as the distortion, you have to hit it up
No,
against
all
the wall
orbs
or
are
something
spheres,
and
not all
change the
spheres
color
are
back.
orbs.
It's the only
This is
way you
true,
can
but
wipe
now
out
she's
the
making
distortion.
sweeping generalizations then.
We call this hitting the sphere up against a wall to change its color bumping.
Aw, baby.
You
Bump
can
that
the
orb.
sphere as many times as you want, but the number of shots you can take are limited.
Oh yeah,
so
baby,
watch
bump my
out.
sphere.
If you don't get the sphere into the distortion within the allotted number of shots, the sphere disappears and you fail.
Man,
In
this
my
is
era,
What?
we call the act of
really
wiping out
challenging
time distortions
ultimate
like this
lacrosse, of course.
Sphera. Some people even play Sphera like a sport. With
What
the
world in
fuck?
danger like this,
We play
I
with
know
the
it
world's
sounds pretty
sake
dumb.
and just it's gonna be torn asunder in a couple of days, and we think it's just a laugh riot, hoot and holler.
To be fair, saving the world was fun,
That's about
like
it.
golf.
Did you get all that? Want me to explain again?
Imagine if saving
What?
the world was fun.
I don't understand. Why do you bring up
Okay,
golf?
you can try it now.
This is
Good luck.
clearly lacrosse.
Clearly hockey, Max.
No, you're right, of course. It's It's board hockey.
No, it's horseless polo.
Either way, it's the princess's game.
Not to be confused with the king's game.
Right, where you get you all draw straws and you can get multiple girls to sit on your lap.
And a lot of teens are very sexy, yeah.
No, that's Who's the King.
So,
Okay, yeah, and they also start just pulling in golf terms.
so yeah, bullshit aside, this is golf. It's weird golf, but
It's golf, but you also have to intentionally
It-
ricochet
magnet
stuff
golf, yeah.
to get the orb to change color.
Yeah.
It's magnet golf, yeah.
This is the only area that's set up for golf. By the way, I still do not have analog controls at the moment, so...
Oh no.
Didn't you get them before?
No, I get them later. I have them now. Didn't have it when this was recorded. So, I can hook, slice, top spin, or backspin. Oh, but only the max of all of those.
Yeah, because it's gentle pressing the stick in the direction you wish.
I recommend Feather Touch. You have selected Power Drive.
Ah,
Ball
yeah.
is in parking lot.
Welcome to Club Drive.
Man, if you could find, like, the Germany theme from Neo Turf Masters and just edit this in over the music, it would be much appreciated.
I will try that.
And he's carefully assessing up his shot. Oh,
You know, the ultimate golf theme.
Once again. And a powerful drive. Let's see how that'll work out for him. Oh, straight into the drink. Of course.
Okay, so you don't take a 2-stroke penalty.
No, we just have to restart, though, and that's a 1-stroke penalty. For this tutorial one, we get unlimited amount of tries. In the future, though, you only get the amount of strokes you're permitted. And then you have to do the whole dungeon again.
That sucks.
So yeah, there's a couple ways you can do this. Getting it to be the correct polarity is occasionally a bit difficult, to be honest. On this particular map, they have a really simple setup method to do it that's not
It would probably
explained.
be very doable if we had analog controls.
You'd be surprised. It's not great, but the other thing is that they do have this particular map has a very specific, like, if you want to speedrun it, you just aim right at the star that was on that thing before, and it'll ricochet off it right
yeah.
into the hole.
Yeah, it seems like they have stuff very bankable. Wait, move the sphere to you. What? I also like that it's just totally cool that we're slamming around this fragment of the universe with a stick.
I don't know why we can't just like take a pair of tongs or something, you know?
Or use a wrench.
Yeah, just anything that's just like, yeah, let's just scoop that right on up.
Anything other than hands, like your feet or your head.
Yeah, just swallow it.
Yeah, as
same
demonstrated,
polarity.
yeah, you can't, the same polarity bounces off. Also demonstrating that it is a circle, not an orb. But it's more like a black hole, which black holes are also not orbs, they're circles.
Oh yeah, there's the star, I see it.
Where's the star?
Where you're aiming the
Right
yellow
up at
line.
the point of, yeah, that like star on the terrain.
The weird star-looking thing.
If it was just slightly up, it would have gotten in, because yeah, it has that like double bank that gets it right in.
Also, it's kind of garbage is this thing, like, it makes multiple tiny bounces, and every bounce it makes, like, changes the polarity again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why backspin and topspin are important.
Spheda is not the best thing in the game. It has potential, and I do actually appreciate like this kind of like atmosphere golf. But yeah, it's a bit wonky.
I don't know, some people swear by this game. I'm not, I'm neutral towards it, but...
I would be more into it if they fix an issue about it that'll bring up in a bit.
So what was your... I rented, I think, once, Mario 64 Golf. That's like the only golf game I ever owned. Well, other than this game.
The superior golf game.
I played a lot of Wii Sports Golf.
Yeah, I guess.
Wanted to try
I ever-
100-foot robot golf, but I heard it was like, while it was really funny, it wasn't that good of a game.
Yeah, that's about the thing I've heard about, too.
Which is a shame, because I really like Roundabout.
Speaking of Roundabout, did you guys know there's a fully functional, in Roundabout, there's a fully functional, Desert Breast clone?
Oh my god,
oh, yeah,
I did not
think I
know that.
remember, yeah, it's one of the extra game modes once you beat the game, right?
Yeah. It's similar but distinctly different from Desert Bus in that the car kind of weaves back, like turns back and forth because you still want to rotate.
Right.
You're trying to fight your urge for rotation. And also, there's no end point. It's a timer to see how long you can go, but you get an achievement if you go 8 hours, which is one trip to the Desert Bus thing.
One trip from.
Also, once you go
I can't
off the
remember,
road,
Vegas.
it instantly ends instead of you having to wait for a tow truck.
Right.
Yeah, and like as opposed, it's curves left to right instead of, the consistent sliding to the right that Desert Bus has
I'm grateful
for
for
its
your
wake-up
help.
check.
So,
Right.
fun thing here. There is no need to be any good at this golf game. I think they realize some people are never going to be good at it. Because if you fuck up too many times, Monica's just like, give me that, I'll do it for you.
This is it! The flower we've been looking for!
Oh, okay.
I can't believe your flower would be growing on my head. Take it if that's what you need. After all, it's thanks to you that my
Yeah, because I know
children are safe
someone
and
who I
sound.
follow on Twitch, Starcraven Loon,
Thank you, Mrs.
is
Condor.
like he started his thing on Twitch and now is going into, like, I think gonna do it again, trying to get like 10 hours in Desert Bus.
Forgot. When that strange
God.
Because that's like, because he holds like the top 20 world records for going like about 8 hours-ish.
He holds the. Oh man, what?
And then
we got
there's
a
the
row
loading
club.
area thing. Yeah, so for some reason, the Vulture Lady Condor just owns a golf club. I always knew the golf-pocalypse would happen.
You can also upgrade your golf club the same way you upgrade the weapons.
Right. Yeah. Imbuing them with. Actually, what do we imbue them with? Because you imbue the fishing rod with fish.
No, you don't. Yeah, it's not like the fishing rod. You imbued
No,
it like.
it's a weapon. Like, you actually fuse weapon qualities into it.
Yeah.
And to make it worse, like getting experience for it, you can do it by hitting things with your golf club.
Spheda 1, what is it?
It is its own upgrade path.
I don't understand what it is.
Remember these video tutorials?
Yes, and unfondly.
I have no idea who's talking in this one.
Yeah, I'm surprised
I think
that
it's the
Monica
mayor?
isn't doing it.
Who'd you say?
I'm thinking it sounds like the mayor to me, but doing an accent.
Hey, of course the mayor would be into golf.
Treasure.
But he's doing an accent because he wants to sound like sophisticated about golf.
Oh, and
So
then it
that's-
just... Hold on.
Yeah, we got overlapping music. Okay, nope. Okay, that's good. That's good. I like this noise.
The ambient doom approaching from the sake of golf consuming the world.
I hope we get it for the rest of the game.
Welcome as the world is pitted and crenulated,
So I
covered in
reloaded.
small bumps for
So
better
now we
surface
see
area.
there's now Spheda goals for every level.
Cool.
Oh, it's back
Oh, there
again.
we go.
No, I didn't do that yet.
Did someone leave on the fire alarm?
Good thing it's a very pleasant sound.
I'm glad all our listeners will be soothed. Listen to the sound of my voice.
Oh yeah, are we trying to catch another frog?
Yeah. And I guess what by the sound of this noise, summon Mothra.
Alright, we're trying to catch a... We're trying to catch a rat?
Aren't they making like a new not Donkey Kong, King Kong versus Godzilla?
I don't know.
I haven't heard anything about that. Oh, okay, so yeah, what you were saying, yeah, the golf club is a weapon.
Yes, you can kill someone with a golf club, Matt.
Yeah, beat a clown's face in with a golf club, like I was always meant to do, like in real life.
Like, don't mess with golf clubs. They'll cut you wide open.
God damn it,
Is this just gonna be a running theme?
We're never gonna get this frog. We're just gonna be greeted with disappointment.
Perhaps the real
Oh
frog.
good, it's back.
Perhaps the real frog badge is the friends we make along the way.
Frog Fractions badge, of course.
Move Max to the sphere.
Alright, so it turns out the sewer is actually one of the harder levels to do this on because there's a bunch of
Yeah, they
water
fucking
hazards
suck.
on all the sides of the wall.
So, you know all those pits and, like, open areas we've seen all this time, Matt? Turns out, all of those, death traps for golf. Like so.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Like, the first two levels are actually harder than, I think the lot of other levels, because the forest has, like, you can just shoot over the bushes and go out of range, and the sewers have all these water.
So now, here is the reason that I have a problem with golf. The sphere disappears. This is not just a, well, you need to restart, try back with the number you had. No. It disappears. You need to run this dungeon floor again for it to
Yeah.
show back up.
Yeah, that sucks.
And that is why I have a problem with Spheda. I would enjoy trying to beat my head against the golf wall for forever.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with any game that has like fiendish difficulty so long as the checkpointing is good.
You mean, like, Bucky O'Hare?
Bucky O'Hare. I was actually pretty fine playing Wings of Vi until it started like really spreading the checkpoints then.
That's the Titty Angel one, right?
I don't
It is.
remember. I don't remember the tits being prominent in it.
It's pretty prominent.
I don't remember. Although I didn't remember the tits being prominent in fucking what was that other game called?
Trespasser?
Holdover? No, Holdover.
I don't know
Which I
Holdover,
learned-
but if a pixel
Huh?
game, I don't know Holdover, but for the case of Wings of Vi Valvom, for the case of it, if ever a pixel art based game has dedicated animation jiggle to tits, I'm pretty sure it counts as a titty game.
You know, I never noticed that, but again, I also never noticed it in Holdover, and it's very prominent in Holdover.
That's the one where your clothes get destroyed, right?
Yeah, you got a swimsuit that's armor, and it's basically a murder porn game. But I never really thought about. I remember when I first played it, I'm like, man, these death animations are really long. And then I just started quick loading a lot because the death animations sucked to experience.
worst-
We were recruited into the Skeleton War.
Yeah. You just need to throw holy water on the skeletons.
Yeah, they're one of the weird exceptions for how you get their things. There are two odd exception ones. Hey boys, polish your bone every day.
All of these skeletons are just gonna be drill tweets, right?
Hey baby, I'm polishing my bone
That
right
or
now.
share zone tweets.
I always knew Twitter was the true font of the Skeleton War. Still happening to this day. But unfortunately, there is no good or bad side, as there is zero difference between good and bad, you moron, you complete buffoon.
Oh man, now we collected his bones. Now we gotta polish them every day, or the girls aren't gonna like us.
No, they're not gonna like him, we just ruined his reputation, as well as his own life.
Yeah, we ruined his reputation as
We
well
don't
as
know
his
if it's
bones.
a male skeleton. Could be a female skeleton.
They all look the same to me.
Someone who's a forensic anthropologist, tell us what these skeletons are. Forest Dew.
Wait, we
different
gave
than Mountain
we
Dew.
gave the skeleton holy water. Does that mean holy
Hey,
water is
baby.
bone hurting juice?
Bone hurting juice.
Yeah. Or is it the opposite of bone hurting juice?
I
So
mean,
are we
it hurts
leveling up the
skeletons.
skeleton?
Because we can.
Yeah. You unlock more powerful
again, Matt,
skeletons.
a very important thing. There is literally no reason to transform into a monster once you talk to the one grass boy.
Yeah. It's just you
There
get
is no need.
like if you want like the best part of monster transformation is honestly talking to monsters.
Right.
And evolving
Also, I
your
really thought
Pokemon.
that said we found Batman.
But yeah, the thing to think about with this is that why do we need to do golf anymore? Answer: we don't specifically. Like, we can get a side character that way to join our troop of people all forced into slave labor on a train. But
You can get items also out of it too.
yeah, that too. But like, point being that we don't have a real need to. We don't have a real need to fish all that much. Like, we'll fish in future, but like, it's not a big thing we need to focus on. This game just has shitloads of side things to do, because again, it was that era of PS2 where they wanted to be the end-all be-all game that you would spend hundreds of hours into just doing everything.
Right, yeah.
I think it's kind of an upgrade from the PS1 era, where we need to put like random mini games and everything.
But they brought...
At least a lot of the Final Fantasies games were like that. Remember all the fucking weird ass mini games in 7? Like that only show up one time.
Yeah.
Like you
Give
have
me that sweet, sweet motorcycle scene.
No, the motorcycle theme at least you can play again in the arcade. I'm talking about like the CPR mini game. And the fight
Right.
and the fight Tifa and the one lady from Shinra have on top of the Sister Aegon.
Give me some squats, brother.
Yeah, that too. And then like 8 had like the weird train switching minigame thing. When you're trying to kidnap the president. I guess 9 even had that too with the whole the beginning like play scene.
Gotta see a Gemron's eyes. It's like a doll's eyes.
Like where you have to impress so many nobles in order to get something.
So something I've never tried here, and I'm asking since like you're doing it. What happens if you transform into a monster in front of the monster if it's already aggroed onto you?
I mean, we did that
aggro.
before. You heard the battle music activate and then fade off.
I think we're about to see right now.
That's just, I love it. They're just like, oh, I guess that flesh was a fake disguise, and you put it back on. Oh no! Was I a Monica who dreamed they were a skeleton, or a skeleton who didn't dream at all because they have no brains?
Listen, everyone's got.
Well, there is a skeleton inside of Monica.
Yeah. There's a little skeleton inside all of us.
How do we keep the skeleton inside of us at bay?
Through sheer force of will and strength of body, our muscles and skin holding them in and captive.
When you die, the hard parts of you become a skeleton, and the soft parts of you become a ghost.
There's that one thing, it was like, oh fuck, the magazine for people constantly being chased by skeletons.
Right.
Does a skeleton have a skeleton? No. A skeleton is the sum of its parts, which are the following. Bones.
Alright, that's the episode
I'm
title.
glad to hear about your personal life accomplishments. Now time to kill you.
Can you really truly kill a skeleton? You just knock them over and their bones all fall to pieces and reassemble.
I think you can break bones, pretty sure.
They're like a cursed jigsaw
I mean,
puzzle.
wait, like, the fact they fall apart means they're broken. There's technically stuff supposed to be connecting them. Also, where's the little bead of bone that's supposed to float in front of their neck?
So now the question is, I guess, if these are reassembling skeletons or not, as magic has taught me that not all skeletons come back from the graveyard.
Yeah, but they also use it to regenerate.
Often. But that's only if you prepare ahead of time, and these ones clearly fade out of reality, no bones left behind. Clearly, the skeleton ghost.
Ah, yes, skeleton ghost. So when a skeleton dies, its hard parts become a ghost. And the soft parts,
Well, wait,
it
when a
doesn't
skeleton
have.
dies, there are no hard parts left to give, because it's the sum of its parts, and...
What is the difference between a skeleton and a
have
bone
given-
golem?
A bone golem is just a bunch of bones assembled willy-nilly with no regard to for anatomy. Like, it's just...
Yeah, it's a vague pile of
Skeletons can
sharpened pieces
become
of white
bone
bits.
golems briefly.
You stack enough of them up together.
Yeah, as seen in the seminal skeletal classic, Skeleton Dance.
Oh, I saw we just switched the...
Yeah.
Why are they talking so much about Gemrons? There's not even Gemrons in the forest. Yeah, it's weird. I guess they're all just, like, really into that shit. Whatever,
Also,
I
didn't
don't
we get
judge.
machine guns for the ride pod?
Not yet, or we can't, or we haven't
Alright.
like
takes care of you
invented
guys.
them, but we can't make them yet, or we can't
Yeah,
fit them
there's-
on the right part, or oh god, my video had an error.
Oh man, a map. That's what we need after we clear the dungeon.
Yeah, just to make sure you can find your way around and get out safely.
So as you can see, yeah, same parts as thing.
Right, yeah. So what does upgrading your club do?
It
Is
gives
like
you
does
more
it improve?
range. on the club.
Okay.
Yeah, they have different things that affects on it that increase qualities depending on the stat. Like, I remember back at a thing that, like, analyzed all of it, but really just increase its numbers, it's a better club.
I think, though, it is advantageous to have a lower, like, some lower rank clubs, just in case, you need a, it's
Right, yeah, you need a full club bag. You gotta have your driver, your wedge, your putter.
Yeah, you can make kind of a too mighty stick of golf club that can defeat God himself. Which, worth noting, you can literally beat bosses with your golf clubs now because you have a real fucking weapon as golf club. It's garbage compared to the other things. Like, it's better than starting equipment right now, but, like, even if we equip it all the way, they're cursed with having low durability and just being not the best.
Yeah, it's too bad the golf club comes too late, so you can't have a golf club % run.
I mean, you say that, Matt, but I don't think you understand how not that far into the game we are.
I mean, I just say it, and you'd have to do, like...
Alright, so here's the problem with golfing in the forest.
Water hazards?
No.
Not water
Also
hazards.
the rough.
Where are you shooting?
Where are you shooting, and also the walls are low, so it's easy to go out of bounds. Like, somehow that was out of bounds.
You get the nice
Mediocre
though.
golf. So also the physics, if you couldn't tell, are a little bit squirrely too.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Almost like this JRPG was not maybe properly equipped to play golf.
Turns out. So yeah, I really do appreciate there being golf. I think it's great and
Aw.
cute, but like, it's not well implemented.
Also, there's no, like, overhead thing for your golf. Like
Did
most...
it say press select to hit map? Or is that just the map you
It
have on
alters
the
the
right
map
there?
you see there. It doesn't
Yeah.
actually give you overhead.
Yeah, it sucks. Oh, that was a hell of a slice.
I love the wall. He just hits it straight into the wall, like being like, "Oh no, golf balls!"
These are spheres, golf spheres.
Yeah, it's a Spheda. Which sounds like a brand of, like, bottled water, really.
So wanna play, guess what Charlie's holding in his hand again?
Is it Goku?
No.
I'm out of ideas then.
Hey, that's a good guess.
Are you sure it's not Goku?
Pretty sure. This does not look like Goku.
You know, I'm sorry. I think I have to agree on Matt. I think that's Goku.
If this was Goku, that would mean Goku's being really racist.
Well, who said he wasn't?
Cause he's gotta be careful about that. He's on a street right now.
Let's see, what are we up to now?
Yeah, for information, it's like, like the army men?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like that, only it's a red Native American guy with, like, a spear and a shield. I think it's supposed to be a
Goku.
Native American guy.
Freed from our prison. Feel the hatred of 10,000 ideas.
Oh, the runaway dragon.
Man, Max has the most neutral expression right now. Like, that is perfectly straight.
He's just like contemplating.
Mm-hmm.
Does tuna
All right.
fish count as a jam on spread? I don't care what the police say. I think it is.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, what did
We
we put
invented
into
the
that?
cheese!
We put in milk. What were the other things?
Calf
We had a
side,
milked.
calf si-
Yeah,
milk, calf sign, and something else.
it was a Chinese restaurant sign.
Yeah, you know how China's famous for cheeses.
Yeah,
Yep.
number one
The
export.
delicious Chinese Parmesan.
I mean, then
Yeah, the
someone's
cheese,
gonna
the
be
cheese
in
of the China, the Chinese cheese.
and now someone's fucking gonna in the comments. Actually, ancient China was well known for its many cheeses.
Yeah, of
You have
course.
a cheese
the
wheel and your brain stops ticking. Watching X-Files with no lights on.
The master of mozzarella, ancient China. Of
To
course.
be fair,
we
most
always should've
pasta
known.
was imitation of Chinese noodles.
Yep, imported through Venice.
And that's why Italy is now known as a cheese capital, because they stole it all from China. Fuck you, Italy.